Super cool radio.
Hello everyone, I am Matthew Thomas with the Super Cool Radio. People should be familiar with my guest this time. She appeared on season 1, but now she is back for season 2. Please welcome the really awesome front woman of Kaleido, Christina Chriss.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being back on Super Cool Radio for season 2 now.
Thanks for having me.
So how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Right on. How's everything in LA?
It's good. Weather is nice, and I'm writing a lot of songs and getting a lot of new shit popping. So it's been really great.
Right on, right on. And before we get everything, I know we have a lot to cover. You've been really working hard lately. But I got a cool question for you that I'm very curious about. I know you've worked with some great collaborations with Alien Ant Farm, Jay Vinci, and among others. But who is someone you want to collaborate with on a song?
Machine Gun Kelly and Travis Barker.
Nice.
They're killing it right now. So I think that would be a really dope collab.
Oh, definitely. With your style and their style, I think that'd be an awesome song.
I know. It would be really good. But yeah, that's probably who I'd pick right now. And I think that would be really cool. We'd make something dope.
I hope that happens because I know
Me
the music would be really good.
Yeah, for sure. We have been working on some new music, and it fits with like that kind of what they have going on over there. So it would be a really great fit.
Well, if they're listening, I do hope it works out. But also, going back to last interview, because actually I rewatched it to prepare for this one. I know you ended the interview saying you had a really super secret announcement you were going to make, and then you announced a drive-in concert last year at Royal Oak.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Another good timing on your part for timeliness of the interview. It was weird. It was cool because it was the only show that we got to play in 2020. So I'm very grateful for that. But it was weird. It was a parking lot with cars and a little square outside of each car taped off where the people could get out of their cars and sit in a little lawn chair. But they were very spaced out. And they were very far away from the stage. And this stage was full production. It was a big, beautiful stage, great sound, great lighting. But the lights were so bright and everybody was so far away, I couldn't see anyone. All I could hear was honking of horns as like the new clapping, I guess. Like in between songs, we'd end a song and car horns would start honking. And so that was like really weird to me. Kaleido is known for our live show, an exciting, very high energy live show. And I'm used to having a packed rail of Kaleido fam, like going crazy, singing with me. We're touching each other. I'm jumping in the pit. We're getting crazy and just having a lot of fun. And this was about as far from that as I think I've ever experienced because I couldn't see anybody, but I knew they were there. So that was cool, but it was just very, very strange. And since then we have decided not to do any more of those drive-in type of concerts because it just wasn't the vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was very strange, but I am still grateful. I did get to play one show in 2020 and that was it.
Yeah, I definitely. I wasn't able to make it due to other commitments, but it looked like an interesting experience. But definitely, I guess it fit the whole vibe of 2020.
Yeah, man, it was. I'm surprised it was even able to happen. So I'm just happy that that was even able to happen. But yeah, it was 2020 as it gets.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a perfect summary of 2020 drive-in concerts, which I know it hasn't been too many. Like I know like Bush did a few in California, I think, but that there really hasn't been too many.
I know that there, are some bands that have done them more. Like there were some other bands doing them in Michigan, but not too many. I think everybody's kind of holding out until like real concerts can come back.
And I think that's the best. I mean, you got to physically like be in a concert and be have an actual concert. I think it's better than like sitting in your car like watching a concert. You got to be like in it. So I'd rather wait it out and then have full-blown concerts.
Yeah. So fingers crossed that that's going to be sometime soon.
I hope so. I think there's definitely like we talked last time. I think there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I think definitely now, since we turn the corner into 2021, I definitely think hopefully we're closer.
I hope so.
That's all we can do is hope. But also last year on August 30th, you dropped a new single entitled "Dead to Me." How was the writing and recording that single?
It was cool. It was like a pretty smooth process. It was like some music that Joey had already written. So there was no lyrics or anything yet, and we were just listening to stuff. And we put together things like that quite often. Like he'll have some music, and then I'll just start singing a melody, and then it kind of just takes off from there. So that's how that one went down. And it's funny. We did have that one for a little while before we released it, but I feel like that was some good timeliness with the release of that song, because that came out in October, and then a few months, later, like just the world is still crazy. So and I feel like through the pandemic and everything, like a lot of people that I was in contact with a lot and stuff, we've kind of like fallen off a little bit, because it's a weird world, and with the lockdowns and the quarantining and stuff, you can't see people. And so I felt, often, even though I wrote the song before all this, like I feel like some friends feel like I feel like some of my friends are dead to me, and so it's like relatable to the times.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I felt it was very relatable, just like as you said, just with like everything going on. And I like how it's like it's kind of like a slow build. It kind of just gains intensity as the song just progresses. I thought it's really good.
Thank you. That was like one of the heaviest songs I think that we ever put out. And then, that's kind of been like the direction I've felt Kaleido's going. We're just kind of like getting heavier, and we really like that. It's not like we're just trying to do that. It's the evolution of us musically and as people, and it's coming across in the music that like more of the energy that comes in out in our live shows, that like aggression and everything, it's coming across in the music more so now, and I'm really happy about that. And I love the direction of all of the new music that we're working on. But that song kind of like kicked it off as like the first one that we put out. It has a breakdown in it, and we've never put a breakdown in a song before, although we enjoy that, and we've done that like mixed in with our live show, but like not really in any recording. So we had our first breakdown on a song that was released, and then of course I'm sure you're going to lead into talking about the next song that we just put out. Yes. That song too has like a heavy breakdown in it, so I'm really stoked on it. A lot of the new stuff we're working on is in that lane.
Yeah, I do. I just want to add one more thing, and then I will talk about the new single. So for I think my March show, I kicked off my March show with "Dead to Me," and I saw my friend recently, and he's like, "Dude, the first song on your show was awesome, dude." I was like, "Yes, it is."
Hell yeah! Thank you. Hey, I just want to say thank you for being so supportive of us and playing the music and having me on. That's super cool of you. Super. Do you see what I did there?
Yes. Like the first season.
Super cool of you, and thank you. That's awesome. Now somebody new knows about Kaleido. So
yeah, I mean that's my goal. That's my goal with everything. Everyone I feature music, I do hope that at least they gain one fan, hopefully more. But that's my goal every time.
It's awesome.
So now I want to talk about the brand new single Kaleido just released. It's very relatable, I think, to a whole, as we've been talking about 2021 into 2020, sorry, 2020 into 2021. It is Panic in the Pandemic. How was it writing and recording that one?
Well, it was, you know, a similar process to as I just described about Dead to Me, like how we wrote it. I was like sitting at the computer and I was going through some songs that we were like in the works with, and I found the music to that one and I dragged it into a session, and I had written some lyrics, just got a thought out into a voice note or a note in my phone a couple of days ago before that. And like, you know, I'm locked in, I'm locked down, fucking quarantine, bored, stuck up in the house. Like I was just describing what I was really living and what so many people were living. And so I opened that file and I started listening to the music and I was like, you know what? This is the song for this. This is my song and then I had the Panic in a Pandemic I had written too. I had like little pieces of it, you know? So I just like started listening to the music and just put it together. And it was really fast. Joey and I were together when we were working on that. So we just put the song together within a couple of hours and it was like done that night. Like just came out, all those feelings that I've been feeling like going through this shit is like just poured out into that song. And so we did, you know, wait a little while to put it out. We were like, what are we going to put this out? Like, and I'm like, yeah, we got to put this out. Like it's the pandemic. Like people need to hear this. I think that it's going to help people because of, you know, everybody's going through this. So we finally put it out and I'm really happy with the response that it's gotten so far. And I've heard a lot of feedback from people that they're like, yeah, like I feel this, like I scream this in my car and I get all this like aggression out and rage. I'm screaming Panic in a Pandemic in my car, like windows down, blasting it. And that makes me feel good, you know. It's like one of the main reasons that I make music is to, you know, hopefully connect with people on a level emotionally and put words to emotions that people feel that maybe they can't express themselves. And, you know, music is powerful like that. So this song is definitely a time capsule. It's a timepiece. And I don't think anybody, hopefully this pandemic is going to end soon. I don't think anybody's going to forget about it anytime soon because it's been real crazy. So that song is a little time capsule. That's the first like time capsule type song I feel like Kaleido's ever put out.
Yeah, definitely. It is. It's definitely within like a time capsule, as you said, and it definitely it encompasses everything that like the pandemic was. You're talking about locked down, locked in, all that stuff, and you know got $1,200 and all that, and it was just a perfect synopsis of like 2020 and into early 2021.
Thanks. Yeah, I think we covered all the bases. Lyrically, subject wise, and that it goes through being in the lockdown. And then finally, when, you know, people started to be able to go out a little bit more and like just the feeling of like, I haven't been able to do anything for so long. Yeah, bitch, real mad. I love that song. I'm really stoked it's finally out for everybody to hear.
Yeah, I really like it too. And as you kind of said with like Dead to Me, it has like that kind of more aggressive hard rock style to it as well. And I really enjoy your screaming, just like in the more, you know, from No Really I'm Fine, Dead to Me, and Panic in a Pandemic. I love your screaming vocals and like all of that stuff.
Thank you. I do too. I really like I like doing that, adding that element. I talked about earlier how, you know, the new music is like more encompassing of our live performances and stuff. And I was doing that live, but I just really was never recording it for whatever reason. And it was like the songs were coming across heavier live because I was like screaming it and going crazy. And I was like, I need to get this on the recording. And so now it happens and I love that shit.
Yeah, I do too.
It feels so good.
Oh yeah, especially like again, as you said, it's like all the emotions people felt for like what I think we're in like what all, you know, it feels like 2 years, but I think it's just barely over a year. It just.
Well, I know that there's people that are celebrating their second birthday, pandemic birthday. So yeah, like 1 year, but it's like it's passing their birthday, so like their mind is already on to the next. Like, am I gonna have 3 birthdays? Like what? You know, crazy. Yes, I can't. I don't know.
No, I don't think anyone has like any of the right answers or any kind of sanity left after all this.
Yeah, I just hope it comes to an end because like I want to play some shows, man.
Yes, and I want to go to shows too.
I want to play Panic in the Pandemic live and like open a pit and let everybody, when it's safe for everybody to be in a pit and moshing around again. Geez, that feels like that's never gonna happen. I was watching some live videos of Kaleido last night, actually. Like, just went down a little YouTube rabbit hole. I was watching some stuff, and I felt so weird because this has been going on so long now. I felt like I was not watching myself. It was this eerie feeling. I was like, "Who's that? Okay, is she bad, but who is that? Like, I can't wait to do that again." But I'm like, what's that gonna be like when I get to do that again? It's literally been that long where I was watching it and I was like feeling some type of way about it, and it was a real strange experience. So I just hope that things can calm down and get safer for everybody and live music can come back.
Yes, no, I agree 100% with everything that and it will happen eventually, hopefully soon. But also, I mean, the music video for Panic in the Pandemic, it was really cool how you guys shot that to make it look like a Zoom call, since obviously, as kind of what we're doing right now, that this is like the main way to like, talk to people nowadays, unfortunately, right now. So how was it like, the making the music video? Like, did everyone have to like play to the music, or like how did you make the music video?
Yeah, so we were obviously, none of us were under the same roof filming those. So what we did was we took the track and played it and filmed ourselves performing it. And just like a regular music video would be, you play the track and do whatever you decide to do during it to create the video. But yeah, we had this idea like, screw it. Like, we really are all separate. And this is, like Joey had said, I can't believe nobody else has done this yet. Honestly, like, that's the situation. So I was like, well, we just all filmed our parts, and then Cody edited it together to make it look like a Zoom call. And yeah, we just like rolled with that because it was like super relevant and it fit the song and it fits the times, and it turned out really good. Cody killed that. It looks like a Zoom call. It even has like the little ringing and like the little box pops up at the end. Like, he killed that. But yeah, just trying to, again, the lyrics of the song really capture the time. And then, the video, we really wanted that to like bring it on home. This is the world we're living in. Here's the story. Here's what it looks like.
Yeah, no, the visuals perfectly match up with the music going on as well. And I think, as you said, Cody did a really good job with it. I was really impressed just how authentic it looks.
Yeah, it looked like a real Zoom call, right?
So no, definitely, if anyone hasn't checked it out, it's currently on YouTube. Please check it out. As also, if you want to stream and download, it's on all the social media platforms. But also, to kind of go along with the single, you released a limited line of really awesome sweatshirts and sweatpants, right, with the Panic in the Pandemic logo.
Yeah, we did a sweatsuit. It's the first time we've ever done a sweatsuit, and we haven't had any new merch in quite a while because we haven't been able to tour or do anything. So we wanted to put something together pretty cool to put out alongside this new song. So and I love sweatsuits so much. I live in them, and I liked them before, the lockdown and like being stuck at home all the time. I liked them before that, but like this last year or whatever, like I just wear them pretty much every day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a dope one. I'm going to design a dope one that I like, that I would rock. And it turned out really cool. And we just did it on a pre-order basis because, again, we didn't want to have like a bunch of them because we wanted to just have the orders made to order. So we weren't getting a bunch of merch and not playing any shows to bring it anywhere, get it into people's hands. So that went really cool. We ran that for 2 weeks, and now it's a limited edition Kaleido sweatsuit, the first one ever. And we had a really great response to it. So hopefully we'll do some more stuff like that in the future.
Yeah, definitely. No, it turned out really good, and I really like the logo. I think it looks dope. Just the whole, the Kaleido, Panic in the Pandemic, all that. And I've heard that it's also gonna be a limited edition T-shirt as well.
Yeah, it is, because we had so many people hit us up that, they're like, oh my gosh, can you put this on a T-shirt? I really like the design. And we weren't going to do it. And like the pre-order for the sweatsuit ended. And then we were like, you know what? People are like, I want this. Why not just give it to them? And it's a limited time thing too. It won't be around forever. I think we're only running that until Friday. So yeah, it's like just trying to do some cool stuff along with the release a single, and then also finally get some new Kaleido merch out there in the world. Yeah,
definitely. I'm gonna be picking up the shirt because I got my Kaleidoween on right now, but I need another shirt for the collection.
Yay! Thanks for rocking that. That's one of my favorites because I'm like obsessed with Halloween. That's one of my favorite designs. Just tweaking our logo to make it all Halloweeny.
Yeah, I'm a huge.
I got this whole spooky vibe going on in here, so that's like I'm about that Halloween everyday spooky life. Thanks for.
I love Halloween. I love horror movies. I love, like, I didn't like it as much as a kid, but now that I'm like older, I'm like, Halloween's really awesome.
Yeah, maybe when you're little, it's like kind of scary, but then it's like rad when you're older.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Halloween fan, so definitely shirt fits me perfectly.
So happy to see you rocking it.
Yeah, but I did it for my Halloween special because obviously it's Halloween, bro. So I decided to I had my green shirt for last time, so I decided to switch it up.
Aw, you're the best. Thanks for rocking our stuff.
Of course, always to support a really awesome band who puts out really good music. So also going along with the music videos, Kaleido has quite a bit of music videos out. I know going back almost close to 10 years too. What are some of your most favorite and memorable music videos?
Definitely Pretending. And that was one of the last ones we did before, obviously, Dead to Me, and then this Panic in a Pandemic song. That was the last one that we did, and that one's really special to me. It turned out really great, and it just shows a lot of vulnerability and tells a really cool story to go along with that song. And let's see. I love Trouble in Paradise. We got to go shoot that in Key West. So it was like a vacation music video, like mixing work with pleasure. So that was a really fun one. And visually it turned out really amazing. And let's see. I'd have to say probably Jane, which is like our very first one we ever had. That was, I think, over 10 years ago now. But that one was really cool. That's when we were just starting the band. We're like young, bright-eyed, shooting our first music video. So that one will always be really special to me too. And it's a cool concept and shows like a really personal side of my life with this duality that's going on. So I love that one too. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I really enjoy it. The quality of music videos you guys have is it's really high. Just with everything you guys do is really cool. I really like Degenerate and Young.
Yeah, fun too. They're all fun. I like them all. I don't want to just run down the list and mention every music video we ever shot. But yeah, that one was really fun too. Just like a party all day long.
Yeah, and I just saw recently I was at work and I was watching on YouTube, and so I didn't realize if you for an album it will put in the music video too. I didn't realize that, so I was just scrolling through. I was like, oh, music video. I was like, oh, check it out. And it's it just, as you said, it looks like a party. It looks like a real fun time. Hopefully get back to soon.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to mention one more too for our song Goodbye, because I think that of all the ones that I mentioned, that one is the most emotional, and it really comes across in the video. And that video has reached millions of people, and it's helped a lot of people. And I think that the song is incredible, but I think that video is a very important piece of the whole picture of the art of that song, because you can see how upset and sad we all really were because our friend had just passed away. We wrote that song and we shot that video right away. You could still see the the grief on our faces in that video. And we've gotten a lot of comments from people about that, like how much emotion just like drips out of that video. So I want to mention that one too. So check that one out too. I love that one.
Yeah, definitely. It's that one song. It's very emotional. You can really, it's you know, the visuals and really show with just all the emotion in the song. So definitely, yes. And they're all on Kaleido's YouTube channel. So please subscribe to the YouTube channel. But yes, check all those out. Really awesome. I know last time we were chatting, because I always ask my guests this, it's been 8 months since I've done an interview with you. I know you're listening to some Machine Gun Kelly last time, but what music have you been listening to this week, Christina?
I have been listening to Fever 333, their Wrong Generation album that came out back in October, but it just doesn't get old to me, and it gets me hype. And so I've been like working on some new Kaleido stuff too, and like I'm listening to that and just getting like real fired up, and like it's getting me excited, and I'm writing some stuff. I've also been listening to Ash Nico's newest record called Demi Devil. I've been bumping both of those kind of like on repeat. And then I've been listening to some of the Kid Leroy as well. So that's kind of like in my car, or like when I'm about to record, I'm like turn some music on and like, you know, vibe out before I go in. That's some of the stuff I've been jamming.
Oh, right on. Those are really good. Like all three you mentioned are like really good. Especially I like Fever 333. I think they did a Bad Brains cover with Lamb of God, and I haven't seen it yet, but I think that would be pretty dope.
Damn, I haven't seen that either.
Yeah, I saw it on Revolver's Facebook page, so I'm pretty sure it's good.
I gotta peep that out.
Yeah, and because I love Bad Brains too, so just like, and those two covering Bad Brains probably turned out really good.
Yeah, that whole Wrong Generation album, I can listen to that like front to back. I can listen to every single song on it, and I don't skip any. So they did a really great job, and like it's like socially, you know, hitting on a lot of key points that are prevalent in pop culture right now, unfortunately. But you know, like the political, it's politicized, and it's got a lot of emotion and aggression in it, and I just really love it. I love the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yeah, a lot of people have said like Fever 333 is like the Rage Against the Machine of this generation. I completely agree with that too. Yeah,
definitely. They really hit that with the subject matter of the songs.
Yeah, for sure. And I know this week I'm listening. Actually, I just got back into New Year's Day. I saw they performed at WrestleMania over the weekend, so I was like,
I didn't get to see that yet, but I did see something about it on Twitter, like a picture, and I haven't been able to watch it yet. But I used to really be into wrestling when I was younger. My brother and I were like about it, and so I'm gonna like try to dig that up on YouTube later on.
Yeah, she sounded really good, and like the whole band, like they like, for not being able to like play, to actually just like show up and rock the house. Like it just sounded really good. I heard they had a fill-in drummer who had to like fill in on short notice, so like that's pretty cool too.
Ah, sweet. Well, yeah, I'm gonna watch that. We opened for New Year's Day before, and so they're really cool people. And hopefully sometime soon we'll get to play together again.
That would be really awesome. I saw them twice in 2019, so I think I'm kind of that was a treat for me. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Dope.
But also, Christina, another question. I usually open with this, but I'm actually probably closing the interview with this. If you had to pick one album that everyone should listen to in their lifetime, what would you pick?
Just one?
How about two? How about three? How about top three?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say I'm from Detroit. I'm gonna say Eminem's The Slim Shady LP. That is just amazing. I don't even need to say anything else. So I'm gonna say Slim Shady LP. I'm gonna say Illmatic, Nas Illmatic. I'm gonna say the Black Album, Metallica, and I'm gonna say one more. Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses.
Those are all killer albums. Yeah, I would have a hard time picking one myself. That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, just pick one, dude. I mean, and like all of those influences come out into my music. So there's just like so many sides to it. There's no way I could just pick one. It's like so many people are like, who's your favorite artist ever? I'm like, I can't pick just one. Like, don't do that to me.
No, I don't ask about artists because like that's impossible because I have so many that I love too. But
Yeah.
albums, I think is slightly different.
What's yours?
Man, I would say I said this in a previous interview, so I'm going to stick with it. Iggy Pop, post-pop depression.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta put you on the spot. But you already had your answer, but that's a tough question, man.
I
was like freezing up, like, okay.
That's why I have my own show. I get to ask questions like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love Iggy Pop. So like, I mean, pretty much any album I love, but I think because he worked with Queens of the Stone Age on post-pop depression. So like that was just a perfect combination of like great rock music.
Yeah, I love Queens of the Stone Age too. They're sick.
I just started getting into them because I was I was unemployed for a while, so like I was playing video games because what else do you do? So I was playing Need for Speed, and like the Queens of Stone Age kept coming on. I was like, man, I'm digging this vibe. So I started listening to them more.
Oh yeah. So that's a good thing that came from the pandemic. You got into a sick ass band. New sick ass.
That's at least one thing.
Here, I'm trying to always find the light in this tunnel. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely a lot of cool things. I mean, me personally, a lot of cool things happened to me for 2020. So I can't like say it was a terrible year. A lot of bad things happened. Don't get me wrong, but try to always look for the silver lining, just like with you with everything, because got to stay positive, especially with all this, because just like panicking the pandemic was very relatable to everybody. I think everyone is still kind of just we got to stick together on this and hopefully get through it.
Yeah, sticking together. And I just want to say to the Kaleido fam and my Kaleido club that's going to, watch, thank you for standing by me and the band throughout all of this weirdness. I'm used to being able to see, everybody pretty regularly, whether, it's in Detroit or we're on tour. We would hit a lot of the same markets, and I would get to see people a couple of times a year at least. And it's been, really hard not being able to do that. And it's been a real roller coaster, a lot of ups and mostly downs feeling for me. Like I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to stay up. And as it just keeps going on and on longer and longer, I'm missing everybody so much. So I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who stood by us and is standing there, waiting and ready to get back in, in the crowd and scream some songs when that's finally possible again. So I love all of you guys, and I appreciate you very much.
Yeah, so we love all the awesome things you do, Christina, and thank you so much for being on Super Cool Radio. Always a fun time chatting with you. You had to flip a question on me, so that's always good.
I had to get you.
But
I'm like, I gotta get you. But thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Cool.
And I do it again sometime, because we are going to I promise you this. We are putting out a lot more music this year. So stay ready, because we're working on a lot right now. And I promise I'm not going to have to wait as long for music anymore. So we got a lot of new music in the works, and it's going to be dropping soon. So we'll have to come back on.
You're always welcome. And maybe a full band interview at some point. But yes, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm in for it. So.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much, Christina Chriss of Kaleido. Please stream, check them out. Pandemic. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. And if you feel so inclined, Kaleido has a Patreon, so check them out. Kaleido Club. Please support this great band.
Thank you.
Of course, for Christina Chriss of Kaleido, I am Matthew Thomas of Super Cool Radio. Thank you for tuning in.